Hey, welcome to the Metagame Minute. I am your host, Dash Thompson, comedian, actor,
philanthropist.
And I am the inventor of Metagame Minute, Rhett.
I am the hijacker of Metagame Minute, Caleb, Hood. That's right, Caleb Hood. And today, Dash, why don't I send it back to you?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
What did you think of this episode?
Did you say benevolently?
Co-host.
Head host, co-host. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We're like figuring things out, and then at the end, we kind of got like a big twist surprise, which really isn't surprising when you really think about Rhett's character and how he's 100% just very shady. And the fact that he has not told us a single thing about anything.
I got a tall house of cards.
Yeah. We're seeing it. And now we're like, you son of a bitch.
You're like, there's a hole in your house with a copper dragon in it. That's
you're indebted to
you're indebted to a genie. Sorry.
I like that.
Yeah, no, it's
that
fun.
We have
it's
no
given
idea.
us like a fun little plot thing to do.
It's funny because that all tied in like really well with like some flavor that I was giving Alex early on, and then Wizards dropped this unearthed arcana that like tied in even better, that involved a genie and all this. So it's
sweet.
It's all come together quite well. And as soon as I saw the painting, because Alex was kind of telling me about it, and I was like, "Oh shit, here it is!" So it's
I've been really excited for this moment. This just kind of, and I was glad to be able to end it on this.
Yeah, that was fun
because there's a big old copper dragon and a powerful djinn was just like, "Hey, do my bidding."
And Riff, what about you going to the library and getting turned down by an old lady?
I wasn't turned down. I just said I had to come back in like a day or two.
Yeah.
So they're searching, because I'm assuming that's how long it's going to take for her to walk and find whatever.
That's exactly what I was thinking. She's
take
like,
her that long to say something.
I have to walk to the next room.
I enjoy that interaction.
Yeah.
Because I've really started to lean into like the little kid, high energy, like low patience sort of thing. Like, I want stuff now. I want stuff now. I want stuff now. So that sort of thing really made me happy.
Yeah.
And then I'm very interested to see like the next session we play. Like, it pisses me off that we're not playing for at least a couple more hours. Because like I'm like, I want to go to the battle arena. That's another thing I want to do.
Oh yeah, I put that in the town, and I'm like, this is the only place they're ever going to want to be.
Totally feels like a place that we could like work some cons, get some money rolling.
Right now we have a copper dragon to worry about.
Like, I don't have a lot
at all.
I don't have a lot of money, so I don't care about it. We assumed you had all the money, and now that you're
and I do,
and because you're a liar whose family is completely broke, and you're going to try to restart the whatever.
The family's not completely broke. I just have a shitty house.
You just have a shitty house in which you're indebted to a genie, and there's a fucking dragon in the basement, apparently, which is hilarious to me. Good on you. Like, that's a weird. That's such a unique thing that only like someone who just started D&D or someone who's been playing it for as fucking long as you have would have that like weird idea.
Look,
not what I was expecting. Like, I was like, okay, there's gonna be something in the basement. But then you're like, oh, there's a dragon down there. I'm like, dude, get fucked.
Leave it to a 9-year-old to suspect that this isn't an opportunity in disguise.
Also, I have, if we're going super meta, I'm going to
poop your pants.
Well, done.
Step 1,
poopy pantsies.
Done. But like, I want to go try to find the Kenku and use my comprehend languages, and I'm gonna try to get them on our side to have them defend the bridge and that sort of thing.
Oh, interesting.
And like have them be sort of like our army. Yeah. And then it's just like, once we get like this weird little hotel we have running or whatever, I'm just gonna like, I want to befriend them, because I'm being a monk. And
I've already tried. It's impossible.
Yeah. And I do like that you went off on your own to kind of like.
I like that as well.
See.
Okay, I'm done.
What's
next
just
person.
down the road.
Rhett?
Yeah, Rhett. So first of all,
you have a lot of back. And sorry, Caleb, sorry to take this over. Sorry, there's so much that I try not to say because let's go tit for tat. Because like when I listen to the episodes, I talk a lot, like in the ones that have come out. So I'm trying not to talk as much during the episodes, but in these things, fucking like there's so much shit. Like,
get it out.
We'll quit interrupting me. So the Jin thing, you seem to have the most backstory that's being like the sort of, I guess, in this section, or like this, we'll say like the first quarter of the, the first 25 episodes, whatever it ends up being, you sort of seem to be the driving thing. And this whole thing with the Jin and that is very fascinating. And my question to you is, and then I'll stop talking, is this all shit that you guys have worked out that has been like, you kind of knew we were going to get to this point?
I had no idea where we'd get. When I was creating my character, I have this crazy habit of going, okay, what happened to my character?
Quit yelling at me because I'm not accusing you of anything.
What happened the moment that my character
Stop yelling at Milo. He's nice.
What?
Hey, stop yelling at me.
When I start writing characters, man, I start going real crazy. And the idea of this character started with, it'd be fun to play an Air Genasi. Air Genasi kind of related to Jin, related to genies. How could I have gotten to this place? I want to play the Storm Sorcerer in the Xanathar's Guide. How can I build this out even more and flesh this out? And so I start like whipping up things, and it all kind of stems from there. And I send it to Alex. I go, I'm kind of thinking of a few characters, but one that I've worked on is this one, the Air Genasi, Storm Sorcerer type creature. And I kind of want to go for this flavor. I want to go for 1001 Arabian Nights, or I want to do this. And I start working it out from there. And Alex goes, I kind of have some ideas that kind of can flow with that. Like, what if we rolled with this? And then he bounced some ideas. And then before you know it, I have 6 other siblings, all their names, plus my entire family tree dated back. No, I don't know. But
I like that you're all kind of bound to this other being that we just kind of got a hint of.
Right.
Like,
and that was
serve some other person, like genies are bound to.
Right. Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like there's a whole bit of backstory that goes into why I'm cross-classing, if anybody hadn't figured it out yet. But it's like, how did my character get these powers? Why were they bestowed upon me? Blah, 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 blah. And it's all out of my hands. And now I'm dealing with the repercussions of it. And that's what I wrote. How did this being get involved in my life without my wanting it to, or whatever? And Alex had this creature, and like I said, Wizards came out with this
the Noble Genie Patron, which is really neat.
Yeah, the Noble Genie Patron that really tied in with some stuff that he already had, combined with ideas that I was leaning towards, and it just seemed the natural way to go. And
that's cool.
I had no idea how he was going to work it in at all until just now. I mean, literally, like I saw the painting and I was like, oh, that sounds like that guy that we've been talking about. And then all of a sudden he comes alive and he's talking to me about it. So... yeah, I had no idea.
Ball, you seem pretty bloodlusty, kind of, a little bit.
No,
not bloodlusty, but eager to intimidate these Kenku.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in a city, and I don't really have much respect for people that hang out under bridges.
The poor people?
Really showing his true colors.
I mean, I grew up in a city, I work for a college, and if you want to hide out under a bridge, I'm gonna try to scare you off. I kind of got Thrakis to go along with it.
That's why I bring Mr. Ball along.
That's interesting. It's just so weird because the juxtaposition between your character now and Ren. Like,
well, of course it's gonna be different.
How would Ren have reacted in a situation like that?
Oh, Ren probably would have tried to just convert them. Be like, hey, you're hanging out on this bridge. Why don't you worship?
Hang out and worship.
You ever heard of Ulagan?
Yeah.
Nah?
Interesting.
No. Yeah.
Alex, sir.
Yes.
Are we losing or are we winning?
I mean, are you guys having fun?
Yes.
Yeah. You are fucking
We did
winning.
so much role-playing this session.
There was a lot, yeah.
How many times did we roll the dice? Like, this is the type of D&D I like personally, so I always feel accomplished.
I'm really frustrated how I was rolling the dice with the Kenku tree.
Yeah. I rolled
that was very bad rolls.
Pretty upsetting.
Yeah.
I was, you could have
I got a 20 to get me there, and then once I was there, it was
I was rolling con checks for the alchemy brews in whatever episode that was, and I kept rolling above 15s. I was like, this is a huge waste of non-important rolls. Cannon.
The one thing I want to give Alex a compliment on, which is he does it in a very overt way, one, because he's very knowledgeable, but like, and we've all sort of touched on it in this metagame 20 minutes, is that like you message him and you're like, I'm thinking of this, and he's so knowledgeable that he can just kind of be like, oh hey, here's like 3 options for you. You can go down and then you go, well, I'm thinking of like a fucking a crazier time? What about like, because whatever it is, like we were just talking earlier today because of my level 3 stuff, and I couldn't get my stuff to do, and I'm bad at doing that sort of stuff. So I said, here's everything. Can you please just update my sheet? Like I suck at this shit. And then he goes, well, you have a feat and you can do this. And he's just very good at on the fly being like, okay, let's get crazy. And like when I was describing my character of Riff to him initially, he was like, okay, I like everything you're doing. Here's how we can make it happen rules wise. Like, you can be this class because then you get this stuff, and then you're this thing, so you get this, and then there's this thing, so you can do this. And it's just, we texted, I think last night we texted for like 2 hours or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
Talking D&D, and that's the coolest thing, is that as a DM, I was not like that, because stupid.
I think we took advantage of you a lot.
And I knew that you were, but I also thought it was better for the show.
Yeah.
So it was like, I wanted you guys to do stuff because I was like, I don't care. Like, let's see where it goes. But it's fun. Like, next time I do a game, I definitely want to take more of the approach of like, kind of knowing your guys' characters more. Like, I didn't want to know your characters because I wanted to be surprised.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now I'm watching you go and I go, oh, well, it's good to know the characters.
And versus the DM being surprised.
It's good to know the characters because then it's like you can work together to create these goals and all this stuff. Yeah. And then the rest of the people are surprised. It's like a little secret between you and that person.
Yeah.
But everyone else is surprised.
And that's what's been really fun, is being able to like, oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, it's that,
Mm-hmm.
And that's...
The whole end of this was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
We're just looking at the two of you.
Well, we had really only finalized it in an email like this morning, so it was like, we were kind of like... Oh,
he sent me my sheet at like 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah.
Or 3:30 or whatever.
But that's the one thing that I'll say, for Alex...
And then we'll wrap it up.
That he's super yes-anding us, It's like,
for sure.
We kind of give him these things, and maybe they're crazy. It feels like we all have our own kind of crazy ideas. And he goes... Yeah, let's figure out let's get it in mechanics. Let's have some drawbacks. Let's have some things for this.
That's cool.
And he's just like, he's kind of elevating the game because he's not being like, no, we can't fit that into the rules. We can't fit a rune divination spell into the rules. That's stupid. No, he's...
Dash, do you have like an example of that or anything? Like where he really worked with you on something?
I mean... all my stuff is like mechanically in D&D. I mean, it's from my class is from.
But he gave you a cool helmet.
But he did give me a cool helmet, which I didn't expect, and that was really
Is that
cool.
the hit point one? The
Yeah.
regen.
No, it's I get
One
+1 to
temporary.
my AC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was the thing that
Every
I'm thinking
round
of?
or
Yeah,
something?
he got like +1 temp HP or something.
The helmet does that. You get a temporary hit point,
Right. Yeah. It's like,
and then you can use it like an action to do something to benefit everyone.
Whoa.
And he hasn't
Is
done
that
it.
right, or am I thinking of something else?
I think you're thinking of something else.
Yeah.
Because it's like the +1 to AC and something about hit points, and it like radiates light.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Something like that. Anyways.
Any final thoughts?
So, nope. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna send it back to my assistant, to the host.
Yeah,
Dash,
Brett.
to close it out.
Thank you to my co-host. Co-host.
Take it away, assistant.
Thank you for listening to Metagame Minute. I've been your main host, the only host, Dash Thompson. Goodbye.
He's okay.
Yeah, I'm main host.
I'm pretty much the best.